क्या विक्टोरिया की राजनीति में बदलाव की बयार चल रही है? एक तरफ कॉलिन हैंसन का बहुसांस्कृतिक समाज और प्रवासियों पर विवादित बयान और दूसरी तरफ विक्टोरियन लिबरल पार्टी का फ्रेश स्टार्ट का संदेश। आइए जानते हैं पूरी खबर। नमस्कार, मैं परमिला टनन P24 न्यूज मीडिया चैनल में आप सबका स्वागत करती हूँ। मेलबर्न में विक्टोरियन लिबरल पार्टी ने बहुसांस्कृतिक मीडिया के साथ एक विशेष संवाद आयोजित किया, जिसमें विपक्ष की नेता जेस विल्सन, शैडो मिनिस्टर एवन मलहॉलैंड और पुलिस करेक्शन एवं खेल मामलों के शैडो मिनिस्टर ब्रैड बैटिन शामिल हुए। ये कार्यक्रम ऐसे समय में आयोजित किया गया जब उसी दिन वन नेशन की नेता कॉलिन हैंसन ने नेशनल प्रेस क्लब में मल्टीकल्चरल और माइग्रेशन को लेकर तीखे बयान दिए, जिससे राजनीतिक माहौल गर्म हो गया। विपक्ष की नेता जेस विल्सन ने कहा कि विक्टोरियन लिबरल पार्टी का लक्ष्य राज्य में बहुमत की सरकार बनाना है। उन्होंने कहा कि विक्टोरिया की जनता बदलाव चाहती है और उनकी पार्टी हमेशा से बहुसांस्कृतिक समुदायों के साथ खड़ी है। इसी दौरान जेस विल्सन ने और जोर देते हुए कहा कि विक्टोरिया की ताकत उसकी विविधता में है और लिबरल पार्टी सभी समुदायों के सम्मान और सहभागिता पर विश्वास रखती है। वहीं ब्रैड बैटिन ने छोटे व्यवसायों के सामने आई खड़ी चुनौतियों पर चिंता जताई। उन्होंने कहा कि विशेष रूप से बहुसांस्कृतिक समुदायों द्वारा संचालित छोटे व्यवसाय बढ़ते अपराध और सुरक्षा संबंधी समस्याओं के कारण भारी दबाव में हैं। बैटिन के अनुसार अपराध संकट के चलते व्यवसायों के बीमा प्रीमियम लगातार बढ़ रहे हैं, जिससे छोटे व्यापारियों पर अतिरिक्त आर्थिक बोझ पड़ रहा है। विक्टोरिया की राजनीति में अब बहुसांस्कृतिकता, प्रवासन और कानून व्यवस्था जैसे मुद्दे प्रमुख चुनावी विषय बनते दिखाई दे रहे हैं। ऐसे में आने वाले समय में मतदाता किस दिशा की ओर और किस पार्टी को चुनते हैं, ये देखना पड़ेगा। इसी पर सबकी नजरें टिकी हुई हैं। आइए देखते हैं पार्लियामेंट हाउस मेलबर्न से ये मीडिया रिपोर्ट। I have a question like this time we never expecting this one nation party. They are doing nowadays day by day they are getting more popularity rather than other ruling parties. And do you think this time this competition will be very harder, tough? You see like that? You have any strategies or plan how you can beat their popularity as well?
That has no candidates and no policies that I've seen on their website. They did have a Victorian policy website up at some point, but it included stuff about crocodile culling in the Great North, so not very relevant to Victoria. We are working so hard to win the trust of Victorians, and I think with Jess, Brad and others, you see the energy they are directing every day towards Victorians. They are listening to Victorians. What have we seen the Labor government do for the past fortnight? They've talked about themselves. They've had a failed leadership coup. They've got a very unpopular premier. And in Jess, you have someone that is incredibly popular because she's listening to Victorians. She's listening to their concerns. She's listening to them about the crippling costs of things like land tax and payroll tax and other taxes like the emergency service.
One in a year in the Dandenong area, and now we're seeing 1 hour across the state. This is where it's got really scary. The next part of that now is theft from shops. This is the one that gets a little bit forgotten because it's not as exciting, but people going into shops and just stealing things from the small businesses, the big businesses, each and every time that impacts on insurance. Any person who knows someone who owns a small business, go and ask them, what was your insurance 3 or 4 years ago? And what's your insurance on your business now? Now, depending on your industry, if you're in retail, it's probably gone up 50-60%. If you're in an area like a nightclub, I've spoken to some of the nightclubs where insurance now is topping nearly $1 million just to insure your business. If you're in a tobacco business, you can't get insurance here in Australia, you have to go offshore and find international insurance companies. If you live above a tobacco store, the international companies won't even insure you. That's what we've got to because of the crime crisis. So we've got a lot of work to do with that. As Jess said, I know I've got a big task to find 3,000 people. Tony, I'll come and speak with you shortly. I reckon you can apply. You'd be a good copper out there. I've heard you on the radio all the time. And I reckon we can find, but we will go out there. The other thing in the police force too is trying to find how we can engage, and I'd love your feedback on this. How do we engage with multicultural communities to encourage them to say to the next generation, it's a great job. Like I did it, it's one of the best jobs in the world. You can learn so much. I used to describe the job as 1% pure fear and 99% of working with your community. And that pure fear used to drive me a little bit. I used to love that part. But the 99% of actually getting out and meeting people, making change, meeting young kids before they go to the court systems, changing their direction. There's so many different things that Victoria Police can do, but we need engagement from
for Berwick. Please welcome the Leader of the Opposition, Jess Wilson.
Well, thank you very much, Evan. And can I just start by thanking Evan for the remarkable job he does as the Shadow Minister for Multicultural and Multi-Faith Affairs. Evan works tirelessly to be connected to our many multicultural communities across Victoria, and I'm sure he's well known to many of you, seeing him right across the communities that you represent, always there, always turning up, but most importantly, always there to make sure that he can fight for the issues that your communities are concerned about, and I've seen him do so on many, many occasions. So Evan, thank you for the incredible work that you do, and we hope in about 5.5 months' time you will be the Minister for Multicultural and Multi-Faith Affairs, and someone who continues to fight for our wonderfully diverse community here in Victoria every day. So thank you for the work that you do. Can I also thank Brad. Brad is someone who is taking the fight up to this government every day to ensure that Victorians feel safe. For too long in Victoria now, we hear stories, we wake up every morning to Victorians hearing the news of another carjacking, another home invasion, another car theft, another firebombing. Victorians do not feel safe in their homes, in their businesses, in their neighbourhoods, in their streets. And I'm sure you hear it as much as we hear it. And Brad is on the front line, quite literally, fighting so that Victoria Police have the resources they need to keep our communities safe. And he is there ensuring that he is taking the fight up to the Labor government to present solutions now, to back in our police now, but most importantly, outlining our plan to keep Victorians safe after November this year.